You're able to kind of walk down into the pools. There's a gentleman there sitting in the water with a little tray. And he has a menu, and you know, if you like a little beverage while you're luxuriating in the pools, I hope it's not like wading in the water. I don't want to paint that picture for her. We're not trying to escape the freedom. Okay. The pillows. Now we're talking about pillows.
Because I'm now looking at your shot.
Because there's a pillow in the background.
It's strewn. And your blanket.
Anyway, where we're starting today is, are the Mayan Baths worth it?
Good question.
Good question. Because we had the opportunity to enjoy said Mayan Baths yesterday. It was a wonderful experience, luxurious, great. But if you know, been to San Miguel, heard about San Miguel, one of the things you're going to hear off the top is La Gruta. Yep. And La Gruta is hot springs, naturally occurring, tends to be more family oriented, a lot less expensive. I think the base price of La Gruta is what, 250 pesos? Like that, whereas the base price of the Mayan Baths is about 1,300 pesos. Even the base price is more than that?
2,400 pesos. So it's about 100.
You're right, 2,400 pesos. Yes, you are correct.
As the base.
So 10 times as much as La Gruta. But you know, we're going to talk about what you get for that $2,400. 2,400 pesos. And we actually paid a little bit more. We got the VIP package, which included some massages as well as some food. And you get to be there the whole day, right? You don't have to, there's no time limit.
Correct.
So they're open at what, 10? 11 to 7. So you got a good 8 hours of enjoying. And that experience is very, we haven't been to La Gruta yet, full disclosure. We will go to La Gruta. But for me, one of the things that stood out about the Mayan Baths was no kids. No kids at all, not allowed. Can't come, won't let them in. Sorry, you got to wait outside in the parking lot.
Unless you're having a private event. Because during the week, Monday through Friday, we did speak to the manager, and he said that they do offer private events and children can come.
Yeah. So like, I think part of that pricing is really around the fact they're open only on Saturdays. They have 1 day a week. Yeah, they're much more exclusive. And, you know, if we talk about the experience, we pulled up and we overpaid for a taxi when we got there.
Got us, y'all. Gringo prices.
Yeah, they got us the gringo price. But you come into the front door, you're greeted by Constantino, who's great host, great manager, takes care of you the whole time. Bilingual, yes.
That was super helpful.
And he gives you the whole rundown of how things are going to work. You know, you sign your little paperwork, you pay your bill.
Get your locker keys.
Like yeah. And the first thing you see is just this beautiful, well-manicured garden. There's a couple of, like a hammock up front, a little couch under a tent, and there's blooming flowers and beautiful sky because you're like on the hillside, so you get a great view automatically. And Constantino tells you that down at the end of the path, Hector will be waiting for you
downstairs,
and he will take care of you. And you hear them go over the little walkie-talkie. Jacqueline, party or two. Yeah. So you come down, do the little path through the garden, enjoy that, and you go down the stairs, and Hector is waiting for you. And Hector is waiting for you in front of the infinity pool and the jacuzzi, which is surrounded by cabanas, and there's a gorgeous desert view. So already the setting is just beautiful as you start off. And there's a little up on top of the stairs to the right, there's a little dining area where you go down and you have your lunch. It's a buffet. So like as you come in, you get this feeling of sort of luxury and that you're being taken care of.
It has like a private resort feel.
Very much.
Really?
Yeah, very much so. Very private resort feel.
You're just looking around for the hotel room, like, where's the hotel? I want to check in. Anyway, keep going, baby. You're doing a good job describing the place. I'm just going to sip my coffee while he describes everything.
So, yeah, Hector catches you at the bottom of the stairs, gives you his little spiel, and then he takes you down another set of stairs, a little stone-lined pathway with, like, vines on one side.
Oh, and pictures are coming, y'all. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, we'll show you some pictures. Now, to be fair, we didn't take pictures of everything because We wanted to go there and we wanted to experience it, enjoy it, and not be about taking pictures of everything.
Correct.
Because there were people there that, like, when we were trying to get into the baths, they were taking pictures.
Of the water entry.
Got to get one with the brother at the entry, and then one with dad, and then one with mom.
Baptized. If you don't get up out the way, go ahead. Sorry.
And you're like, you're not the only people here. We want to get in the hot water. You know, can we please move on? Mm-hmm. We go down the stairs. You come down inside the building, and now you're underground. Mm-hmm. And you at the locker room area, so you can go into your locker room and get changed and get ready. The women's side had an attendant in there for them. I guess on the men's side, it was his day off, so we had no attendant that day.
Maybe it was Hector, and somebody called out, so Hector had to go and be the.
Maybe so. I don't know, but yeah, you know, as usual, men, we get the short end of the stick. We don't get a little special attendant in there to take care of us, and help us get our swim shoes on or whatever.
Un momento.
Yeah.
Lo siento, hombres. Duolingo is helping. Go ahead. I just learned what I'm sorry means. Anyway, keep moving. Guys.
Yeah, that's because she never says I'm sorry in Spanish nor English. Truth, facts. Okay, so you go in, you get your little locker. Your key has your locker number on it. And you open up your locker, you change into your getting ready to jump in the hot water outfit, whatever that may be. And they give you a robe.
Yep, a robe and a towel was included.
Yes. Sure. If you happen to be plus size like we are, the robes are not big enough.
They're shawls.
So, you know. It's more of a cape, you know. It's not really. It may not wrap all the way around you.
Definitely ain't gonna close.
I think I barely got each side of the robe to touch in the middle when I tied the rope tight enough.
Stingy. They were stingy with the cotton.
Yeah. So like, if you're depending on that robe at any point through your experience for some privacy, do not depend on it if you are plus size. So yeah, Hector kind of waits outside the locker room, gets everybody together, and he walks you up the path. And like the path is you're underground, these stone-lined tunnels.
Now, is it okay now to show the pictures?
Oh, I can show some of those pictures. Okay. Yes.
So this is about to be the stone walled path.
Yeah, so they're like lit all the way up each side, and even like in strategic points, there are heaters. So like when you're underground, it's always going to be cooler. Sure, yeah. So they make sure to keep you warm because you're going to be half dressed at that point as you kind of go through. Or wet, yes. So you come through the tunnels. Yeah. We have some here that have, you know, that beautiful bow over the ceiling, the brickwork. Yeah. Got your little plants on the side, candles. And you can see barely in the back there a little Mayan pyramid, and that's actually a heater as well. And that's sort of your waiting area. Yeah. This area here is actually near that beginning of the tunnel. These are the massage areas. Mm-hmm. So we did go and get a massage.
Oh, they love the giblets.
Yes, it's like being in a cave. Is that sort of feel with candles, and they had beautiful like lemon mist and menthol.
They was using essential oils.
Essential oils everywhere.
The essential oil game at the Mayan Baths was real. They treated you with mint, because that's going to help stimulate all the senses and whatever's. And I mean, it was jasmine and everything else, right? Lavenders,
ylang ylang and
bergamot, and I mean, the essential oil game was on fleek. And this, for the record, yes, this is the after. They see the sheets look really bad.
Yeah, the sheets look a little disheveled because we got finished getting rubbed down by little Mexican women with tiny hands, but they're like ferocious tiny hands. But they did a wonderful job, very relaxing. Jackie fell asleep at some point in the middle. It was that good.
It was nice.
And like they whisper in your ear in Spanish. Like when I first laid down, she whispered in my ear, like, respirando, like breathe. And I'm like, I am breathing, but thanks for letting me know.
And my lady was like, do you want yours soft, medium, or hard? She spoke English. I was like, she creeped me out a little bit when she rolled up. I was like, medio, por favor. So she did my medium.
But yeah, that's also an extra charge. I would say definitely worth the extra charge because it was incredible. And this is like the whole experience is very much about relaxation, tranquility, calming. So like having the ability to sit in some warm water and get a massage and sit by the beach and enjoy the view and get your little alcoholic beverage at the same time, like completed the whole experience to me.
Right.
And this is that first area that we came into again with that infinity pool and jacuzzi and just the gorgeous, view from the side of the hill. These are some more shots of the ground. So that garden opening up when you kind of first come in. Some more shots of the view. A little closer shot of the pool and the jacuzzi.
And this is just one One of the pools. So one of 3.
Right? Yeah, this is not even the hot springs part. This is like regular pool.
Correct. And the jacuzzi tub up top.
And I'm realizing that there's like a little bench in the middle. I don't think I even realized there's a bench in the middle of the pool. Because we didn't get in that pool. We got in the Warren pool. Yeah. We didn't get, because like in the middle of the day when the sun is out and it's beaming on your forehead, like the sun is hot.
Yeah.
So being someplace underground in the water is a lot better than being above ground in the water, so you don't have that sun beating on you. Oh, well, who's this young lady here? Oh, with her nice little pina colada there. Isn't that sweet? And then some more shots of the garden and the view. So yeah, those kind of the pictures we got there. And
hey, taking a quick break. Like, comment, subscribe, please. And the comment portion, give us some feedback. We really would love to hear from you, okay? But we would appreciate you keeping up with us as we keep up with you, okay? Thank you. Cuidate.
And I guess we get back to the story. Where do we end off? We were coming through the hallways.
Correct.
So you're underground in these hallways, kind of like traveling through caves and it's underneath there. And then you finally come out to the place where the hot water starts, basically. You're able to kind of walk down into the pools. There's a gentleman there sitting in the water with a little tray. And he has a menu. And, you know, if you like a little beverage while you're luxuriating in the pools, I hope it's not like wading in the water. I don't want to paint that picture for her. We're not trying to escape the freedom. Okay. Now, granted, I did learn recently that the Underground Railroad goes both directions, north and south, and there were people escaping to Mexico.
You better talk about it.
Now, that'd be a good way to pay extra to say, hey, this is not only a naturally warm spot, but this was also part of the Underground Railroad. Yeah. My God. So when the slaves would come through, they'd actually luxuriate for a while before they moved on.
It was beautiful, though.
Yeah.
But he was there taking beverage orders, laminated menu, and you can have anything from water, lemonade to pina colada, or you know, if you drink some harder.
Yeah. The water was wonderfully warm. I don't think there was really any chlorine in it or anything like that. It all seemed very natural. No, not at all, which was wonderful. And if you go to the right, there was sort of this underground dome. I think it had like a little skylight in the top, some wavy glass sort of blocks to the left, and then there were these 2 sort of fountains in the middle that were kind of splitting out water that you can kind of sit under and kind of get a massage from the water falling way back. And that was nice. And if you went the other direction, it kind of led you down a longer hallway to the outside area. So they would kind of open up to the outside. There's an infinity pool on the end that kind of gave you another beautiful view. Had like a little garden beneath and then the view in the distance. So size wise, it's kind of small, but like what was there was just enjoyable and wonderful. And I think the fact that, you know, it's one day a week, you got to have reservations. Like it wasn't overflowing with people. It wasn't packed. It was just enough that you don't feel like you're fighting through people trying to get to, you know, the enjoyable part of the experience. So that was amazing.
And plus, I want to say this too. It's not the kind of place where you're going to do laps. You know, it is because there aren't any children and because of the atmosphere, right? Very resorty. It is really you sit in one spot so that you can relax, enjoy, you know, your spouse's company, and just be able to enjoy the weather because it is so beautiful. And even if you go by yourself, right? Even if it's just a day for self, you know, you can just sit there and just enjoy the peace and quiet. We actually, while we were there, remember there were a couple of ladies there. It looked like a bachelorette party. You know, and so it was really cute, but it's not going to be that wild. We're going to, you know, they're not going to put up volleyball nets and it's not going to be loud thumping music. You can still come either by yourself or with your spouse or with a few, you know, like-minded friends and still just be able to have fun, enjoy it for what it is and beautiful scenery, right? That was nice.
And speaking of loud thumping music, one place where they could improve was the music playlist they were playing. It sounded like the type of playlist you put together to try and appease everyone. Like, we know we're going to have gringos here, we're going to have Mexicans here, we're going to have everybody. So, like, we're going to play up-tempo Mexican dance music, followed by
Bob Marley,
followed by Tracy Chapman dance version, followed by blues song. It was kind of all over the place.
Just score the venue,
right?
Not the people,
right?
Like,
all they need to do was get that new Andre 3000 flute album Just hit play and put it on repeat.
Shout out.
And it'd have been perfect. Just peaceful, chill, lay back,
Score the place.
Yeah.
Not your patrons.
Yeah.
Just a little, suggestiones.
So I would say, going back to the original question of like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was worth it. We got the more expensive VIP package. It was around $200 a person. Mm-hmm. So we got to be there for 8 hours. We didn't take the whole 8 hours because
we got worn out.
No, after you get the massage, all you want to do is sleep.
Correct.
Do the massage at the end.
Do your massage last.
Yeah.
If you get a massage, do it last.
Yeah.
Just organize your day, and maybe an hour and a half before you leave, get your massage so you can get dressed or whatever and have your car waiting and go.
Yeah.
Don't try and do the massage in the middle of the day like us, man. It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Because let's go back. The main reason we didn't get into that other pool that we showed y'all a picture of with the little table and a little seating area in the middle because we was already dressed and worn out from the massage.
That's
so
it.
It's like, you want to go back and get your wet, your wet, cold swimsuit back on? And it's like, no, just so you can come back and get dry.
Right. Once you peel all that off, like you don't want to put it
wrap.
back on.
Yeah. It was a wrap. So anywho.
So yeah, for 8 hours of luxurious time, the service and the experience was on par. Let me not forget, what was his name? Victor?
Oh, Victor.
Victor was on it. He was the only one doing service in the dining area, and Victor was on top of it. Because at one point at the end, we came and sat down in the garden area, and Victor was literally running back and forth, getting drinks, getting a piece of cake, like whatever we needed and wanted. Victor was on hand and took care of us.
Yeah, he was super sweet.
So for all that together, to me, it felt like it was worth it. It was a great, way to kind of unwind, get yourself in a space where you feel peaceful, enjoy the beauty of the place that you're in, and have sort of a great experience around that. So I'm not mad at that pricing for that. Now, if you want to go someplace with your kids and hang out and have a big thing and not be too expensive, then like La Gruta is probably more towards that. And if you don't care about, the food and the massages, you can go and get it a little bit cheaper. And still get that experience.
Has a cafe, restaurant attached to it.
Okay.
So there are other options.
Yeah.
I think the expense of the Mayan Baths is the exclusivity of it.
Yeah.
And the no children portion of it.
I mean, what price wouldn't you pay to get rid of kids? If they was like $500 and there's no kids, it's not bad.
Oh my goodness!
I can pay for that.
We would not have paid $500. Let's be clear for all of you who are listening and watching this foolishness. We would not have paid that, right? But we are parents, but our children are adults now, right? And let's be clear. Sometimes we don't want to be around them, but really, when it comes to having that quiet time, for all parents out there, as much as we love our children, we would die for them. It is nice to have quiet time. Period. Point. Nap time is golden hour in a family, right?
Yeah.
Because it's quiet, right? So you're not going to have folks splashing on you. You're not going to hear anybody falling because they got a boo-boo, or anything of that nature.
No crying babies,
crying, all that. So, anywho, is it worth it? Your answer.
My answer is totally yes.
It's a C.
And then if you add on, if you need some content for your Instagram, for your TikTok,
oh man, it's
like
so
the beautiful
pretty.
Pictures, videos that you can kind of have there. It's a wonderful place to kind of be.
Yeah.
So I say it's worth it. What do you say?
I say begrudgingly, yes, it's worth it.
I don't know why it's got to be begrudgingly, either yes or no.
I can begrudge.
Yeah.
Begrudging is my business.
Yeah.
Thank you. I begrudgingly say yes. I wish it were maybe like just $50 less, right? Just $50 less. But it isn't. So it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But that's when you do add in the quiet, not having children. I know the other week we went somewhere. Where were we? We went somewhere in Central to get some fish tacos. Little rooftop restaurant.
Was it Baja Fish Taquito?
Oh my gosh. I think it was like 2.5 tables, right? I mean, just enough for a very small crowd.
Yeah.
And there was a family there, and they had maybe 4 children, and they were walking around and running. You couldn't even enjoy it, for me anyway.
There were kids being kids.
Kids being kids, right? But when you wanted to sit down, you got the kids over there, you got the loudspeaker over here with the, the band playing, and it can be much, right? Yeah. But when you're going for rest, relaxation, it could be some one-on-one time. You want to reflect, because it was spaces where you could take a notebook, right, and start journaling or just whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. Having the exclusivity and no children for that set of hours, it was worth it.
And it's just great to know that somebody understands how children break the peace.
Yeah.
The La Paz, as we say.
La Paz, no more. There's no
más La Paz.
No Paz.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you are so crazy. So yeah,
that's the Mayan Baths. We're definitely going back. Hopefully, we'll see you there next time we go back.
No time soon, because I've got to pesos.
Save them up a little bit. But yeah, like if you've been to the Mayan Baths or La Gruta, like let us know in the comments. Which one you like better, which one kind of fit your lifestyle a little bit better. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
All right.
Cuidate.
And maybe we'll tell you the story of La Paz another day.
Oh, yeah. Y'all be safe.